Leo's in the house. Happy birthday, Seeker. What's up? It's your season. Oh my God. I love Leo season. Bring it on, August. Let's get some sun. Let's be led by the heart. Whew. It's been a long ass winter. I don't know where you're at in the world, the quarantine fun stuff. Sorry, I have to be sarcastic at one point. It's been hard for Leos. You just want to, especially now in your birthday season, you want to let go, to let loose, to have fun. Let's see what the cards have in store for you. I'm working with the Golden Universal Tarot. If you're new to my channel, my name is Morgane. This is the Existential Shift. And when I do this, I don't just mean my place. Your place too. Look around. Look around, Leo, wherever you're at. With your earphones, waiting for public transportation, maybe listening to me driving the car, or watching me on the screen at your place. You're in the existential shift. It's a movement. It's an essence. It's an attitude. Being a catalyst, an existential shift, or someone who delivers karma, someone who generates healing and change, someone who looks around in the world, sees this and sees that, and connects the dots and gets it. And gets how everything is linked and synced. And understands the high, greater reason. The sun generates life, and it also tracks life, right? With its light. It symbolizes the heart, the electric spark of the heart where the soul lies. Watch my 13th element video on the 13th element playlist, the electric spark of the heart. I think they called it 15th element. I think you might like it. Very Leo spirit vibe. Show me August for Leo. What do my Leos need to know? The Emperor and 5 of Cups. So you might be putting on a really serious, tough, in the game type of face. I'm on top of it, everything's okay. But behind closed doors, you're going through something emotional. You're not so certain of yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be certain of yourself. I'm saying it might be something that you're feeling. The world sees an emperor. The world sees someone who's the CEO of their own life and gets shit done and leads and is very grounded, and they look up to a leader of some sort even. But you know you have a soft, kind heart. And I feel like you're in the fields. I feel like Cancer season really kind of took you into the ocean and had you just process a lot, most especially when Mercury was retrograding in Cancer. If you're Leo rising, then you have Cancer in your 12th house. That's your subconscious. You went deep, but you kept a straight face. 10 of Cups. And a very kind home/community life. You're surrounded by people who love you, Leo. You're surrounded by people who support you. Could be your family members, could be your partner, could be friends/community. Chariot. But I feel like emotionally you have this urge to be on the go, to move fast. You want to win something, you want to achieve something, you want to attain something, you want to go somewhere. I feel like Mars in Aries really affects you as well because you're fire, and you might even have like strong Aries placements. Depends on you, but Either way, it awakened a cardinal energy within you. The kind that, yeah, this is great, this is good, but something itches. I need. What do you need, Leo? Do you know what you need? Because I feel like you just feel the need, but what do you see on the other side? Okay, so there's the itch to move, to go. Where to, though? Towards what? The Chariot has got to have a direction, a goal in mind, to set in advance, or else the energies, the polar energies, will divide you and pull. And instead of moving forward, you'll be moving around in cycles, in circles. Look, having the Emperor and the Chariot and the first 4 cards, that's a lot of power that you have. You could be influential. You could be a leader of some sort. You could be very strong physically or very strong in status. Or you could be involved with someone like that. This could be someone in your life. But don't let the emotional turmoil have you use/abuse that energy, that very powerful energy, to get you running around your tail. Pick up the Sagittarius energy, right? Where they see a goal, you aim the arrow, and then they shoot, right? You can't shoot to the target unless you first lock in on the target. Take that as it resonates for you, love. Show me more. There's some sort of a dream that has to do with idealism, even utopia I'm getting. This could be something that you've dreamt of or fantasized about for a very long time. And now either the reality, the circumstances, the ability kind of all line up for you to make it happen. Show me more about this, please, for my Leo seekers. You gotta halt for a second and think and look at it from a different perspective, Hangman. Sometimes the road forward isn't straight. Sometimes it's diagonal, sometimes it's circular, sometimes it's wavy. But you gotta first stop and look at the map, at the road map, or at the chart, or at whatever. Or at your own vision. Stop for a second and check your own vision. There's an aspect of movement of consciousness. Because the Chariot is also the Merkaba in Kabbalah. The vessel that allows us to have our consciousness here and there at the same time. Faster than the speed of light. Because it doesn't have to reach from here to there as fast as the speed of light is. It's just in 2 places simultaneously. Your consciousness is guided to be in 2 places simultaneously. It's something that can really, I just had a conversation about lucid dreaming and about it. It's something that can apply to lucid dreaming, for example. Some of you who are working with energy, you can ask for guidance through your dreams. Specifically if you lucid dream, then through that. The way Odin, the All-Father from the Norse mythology, who's the equivalent, by the way, to Zeus from the Greek mythology, is here, and both of them are here in archetype with the Emperor and with the Hangman. In order to discover the wisdom of life, the secrets of life, aka runes, I read runes and we will have a rune reading at the end of the extended. Stay tuned. He hung himself from the Yggdrasil tree, which is the equivalent for the tree of life in Kabbalah. He hung himself upside down for 9 days and 9 nights, and then the runes unveiled themselves to him. And then, as he knew the secrets, he was able to pursue the secrets. take a second of humility. Instead of physically being on the go, mentally and spiritually and energetically be on the go. Trigger your right lobe of the brain. Now someone here is shouting, the left lobe, the left lobe. No, my love. The right lobe of the brain controls the left side of the body. The left lobe of the brain rules the right side of the body. So when we do everything in left, aka the spirit realm, the intuition, the dream space, it's triggered by the right lobe. The brain is diagonal. Never mind. Sorry, I don't want to, neither here nor there. But trigger the right lobe of your brain, possibly in your sleep, or whatever your path to do so is. And kind of let the goal come to you and then start moving towards it. Almost like the analogy that comes to mind is when you have a telescope and you're looking at the sky and you want to figure out which stars to look at. Instead of being with the eye on the telescope and kind of searching for it, put it aside. Look up to the sky and see what sparkles most or is brightest most. And then when one dot of light captures your eye, it feels like it's coming right at you. Then take the telescope and aim. I hope this was an okay analogy. If you're planning on traveling, there might be some sort of delay. It will make sense considering the reality we're living in right now. It could be to do with that. It could be to do with other things. But consider the possibility. Flight delays, travel delays, car. If you're supposed to drive, make sure that your car is ready for the road. Something about lost keys. Be cautious with your keys this month, you know. If you lost keys, they might be literally hung somewhere that you don't expect. I don't know why I'm picking up on the song from The Greatest Showman, Rewrite the Stars. Because so far it hasn't been like with the reading. Maybe it's for one person or maybe it will show up. No one can rewrite the stars. Say you were made to be mine. Do you know that one? Nothing can keep us apart, and I'll be the one you were meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can tell us what we can be. No one can. Maybe we rewrite the stars. Sorry if I slaughtered the lyrics. I kind of vaguely remember them. I'm going to listen to this to that song after you're extended. Okay. I don't know if it was for someone who needed to hear this. Rewrite the Stars. I love that movie, The Greatest Showman. I was actually on it. Very small. I have a scar to prove. I wore a glorious Victorian dress, and it was a night shoot. And it was freezing, and they gave the actresses fur coats. Very time period. And if you know me just a little bit, I was like, nope. I don't care if you fire me. I'm not wearing that. I'm not condoning. I'm not supporting that. So they didn't have a choice. I literally did that with the production on the day. I was like, I'm not wearing that. You should have told me. Mm-mm. And the other girls were, they're going to fire me. I don't care. No fur. Why would you want to wear death? Anyway, to make a long story short, they gave me like a thin shawl because it was better than nothing, and it was the only appropriate option for the shoot because it's very it's in a very specific time, right? So I wore the thing, very small, and it was dead winter, freezing, 12 hours straight during the night that we shot outdoors. And they gave me like those hand warmers, and I just stuck them in the corset because it was like a Victorian dress. Something with the warmer and the metal of the dress, of the corset. I didn't even feel the burn, but only after I took it off, after an entire night of being with it, I had a huge burn in my back. Crazy. So I have a really great souvenir from The Greatest Showman. Okay, I'm going to get to continue your reading in a second, but we're in the flow, so I have to say this. Okay, so please bear with me because it's important to me, and thank you for being here. It will only be 2 minutes. So we're in the finals. We're in the finals for being on a cover of a global magazine. Morgane, The Existential Shift, me, we, because we are we. We are we. So clever, Morgane. I'll remember that I said that. I'm so sorry. And you've been voting, and you've been amazing, and thank you for bringing us thus far. Now we have to go faster and better because we're competing with badass women who won other thousands of women, and they're not playing games. So we can't be playing games. Let's give it our best now and tomorrow and every day until we're number one. Make me number one. Sustain me number one. I gotta be number one. I gotta be first in my group to win. We only have a few days to go. You can press the link below and vote once a day, every day. And please come back and tell me that you voted. And also tell me what is your vision. If you imagine a theme, what I'm wearing, how I look like, see it in your eyes, see it in your vision. Morgane, The Existential Shift, The Existential Shift, Maxim Magazine Cover Girl 2020, and my face and how you imagine it. Have fun with it and write it for me, please. I want to know. It's fun for me, and it's also a great exercise in manifestation that requires an act of intent. Once a day, every day. We're practicing manifestation here. So there's a lot of extra content that I'm doing, bonus content for the sake of it. We're having fun in this marathon. And thank you. I'll be able to do so many great things with the prize. It will be a photo shoot with Jill Ben Simone. It will make me so very happy. And most importantly, I'll be able to expand this movement, the existential shift. People, men and women who will watch me and look at me in that magazine and on that cover will come here and also listen to me and join the shift, the X shift, the spiritual community, even if it triggers them to find another wonderful reader that ignites more awareness and more expansion. Come on, let's bring forth the new earth. Let's, instead of being dragged behind it and expect others to lead us, like, we're all those leaders. We are all leaders in our own right and in our own realm. Each of us is an extension of the divine, trying to bring forth a better day. It requires work. I wanna be a part of it, and I want you to help me be a part of it. So, yeah, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you. If I've helped you, taught you, inspired you in any way today or for the duration of time that I've been doing this, this will be an amazing way to reciprocate, and it's for free. You do have the option to contribute warrior votes. It goes to a non-profit called Homes for Wounded Warriors. They build homes for injured veterans. I myself am a veteran, in case you're not familiar with me, if you're new here. So it's very close to heart. It's amazing. They build homes that are suitable for the veterans' handicaps, which is fantastic. So you can generate more votes for me and cast a generous donation and contribution to a great cause, but it's completely up to you. You can do so completely for free, and every vote counts. Blue and red suck. Vote purple. Vote divine feminine. Yeah. Do you know the countries that did best all over the world during this pandemic were countries that are led by women? Let's bring back the druidess. It's time. It's time. All right, now back to Leo. I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you for being patient with me. 4 of Cups. Well, that's good. We went from 5 of Cups to 4 of Cups. It's all these, like, I want to go, but I can't. I want to do, but what? Literally, hold your horses. Hold your Sphinx. There is something you don't want to miss, Leo, this month that is being presented to you, but you're going to have the tendency, so remember this video and maybe come back again in 2-3 weeks. You're going to have the tendency to look at the delay itself or what you're seemingly losing instead of realizing what you're gaining from that, enduring that. Okay, an example, you're driving somewhere, you have a destination, and there's a roadblock, you have to take a different turn, and you're constantly obsessed over the road that you're missing, and you're not looking to the scenery that unveils to you that is spectacular and possibly even prettier. But you can't focus on it because you're only thinking about what it is you're missing. Focus on what it is that you're receiving, because it's really, really important. Something really important I'm picking up is going to be presented to you. You won't recognize it at first. It will come, it will be tricky. It will look different than how you would expect it to look like. Maybe it's you're meeting someone and they're not the type, they're not your regular type. Or maybe you're developing feelings towards someone in a way that you didn't expect, or it doesn't work with your plan. Just be open to be surprised by the universe and by the energies. Humility is really, really important in regards to, okay, it didn't happen the way you thought it will happen, but let's see how it can happen. Bottom of the deck, High Priestess. Oh! And the Queen of Cups that just... Okay, that's why I would not have seen it. I would not have seen the Empress. Wow. Queen of Cups, High Priestess, and the Empress. This is amazing. Very, 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 very powerful, psychic, intuitive, feminine energy. This is... Oh, wow, with the Ace of Swords. Okay. Okay. Something is happening here. This is psychic woman. I don't know if she's a medium, a reader, a seer, an intuitive of some sort, but also extremely feminine. This is strong Venusian vibes, very sexual energy. This is the Taurus-Scorpio axis, the life and death axis. This is someone with a lot of charisma. Quiet waters run deep. This is someone who knows a lot and doesn't speak unless, but when she speaks, it's sharpened to the point. It's caring and loving. It's not in ways of cutting, but it's very truthful. And there's a mysterious flair to it, or to her. Leo, I don't know if you're this feminine, or if you're meeting a feminine like that, but something about the dynamic within that aspect in you, or with that person, could greatly, greatly affect you. There's also an element of mother and daughter, or mother and daughter-in-law. I feel like there's a strengthening of connection. There's also an element of generation aspect, because I do also have the Emperor and the Empress on the table, so it's a very strong couple. It's also coming up now. There's also grandmother, mother, daughter. It could be, for some of you, just a few of you, the psychic element could be something that goes in generations. So if you're a seer or an intuitive psychic of some sort, a tarotchi, an astrologer, whatever, you might be learning of where you have it from, like where in the family you have it from, or you already know. Something to do with the lineage of the knowledge. Could be found in the books. I don't even know what that means. Maybe someone needed to hear that. The Empress with the black pole and the white pole, the Boaz and the Joachim, came right underneath, is stationed right underneath the chariot that also had the black sphinx and the white sphinx, the world of the duality. Oh shoot, this is the archetype of Hades, kidnapping Persephone to the underworld. And then Persephone becomes his wife and his queen, and they rule the underworld. And we also have the archetype of Zeus and Demeter, who rule the kingdom of the living and the Olympus. Something really strong is coming up with the archetypes of life and death, and of the 3D realm, and the beyond the veil. And we did speak of lucid dreaming and the Merkaba. There's something about transition between worlds. This is interesting, because I'm really surprised that it's coming up here, because it's something that I'm dealing with right now, and something specific that I'm doing. But in one way, shape, or form, we did pick up on the need to be in two places at once. And it's coming up really strong, like in energy, sorry, wow, I'm trying to kind of process what is coming up. Show me more, please, or there's a definite breakthrough. I don't know if it's an aha moment, or solving a riddle, or an equation, or the missing key, the missing ingredient. It could be this Queen of Cups, High Priestess energy. There are also two people who are in a leadership position, or in some sort of ruling position, and they are kind of like initiating either their replacement, or another person, or adding someone to the dynamic. This is so interesting. I'm not sure. Okay, you probably know what I'm talking about, or maybe as it happens you'll figure it out and then come back and let me know. You know what else is coming up? Some type of a book of shadows, right? I said something coming up in the book. There's some sort of book of shadows type, like a book of wisdom, or of, of a mystique that you might read and might I don't know what you guys are doing. Some of you are gonna like be annoyed with me, because a lot of people have an issue with them, but with him, I'm objective for the knowledge, simply. So Aleister Crowley wrote a book called Maxim. Ironically enough, because I'm competing for Maxim magazine, I just connected the dots. Sorry. And the big thing that he talks about there is, I don't remember exactly how he phrased it, but bottom line is that you should do as thou will. Basically, he called to his disciples to do as they wish. It could be translated as being selfish, but that's just by people who don't understand magical work. It's spiritual. It's the equivalent of following the path of the heart. It's doing what the spirit, your soul, came here to do. What is your wish? What is your true desire? That's where you find the missing ingredient. That's where you find your path. That's where you find your goal, especially as a Leo. So maybe something of that sort is coming up for you to kind of, that will help you. It's like the winning ingredient. Show me more, please, for Leo for August. 9 of Cups. Did I not just say wish? Something really, 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 really big, and especially with the Chariot, some sort of dream, wish fulfilled, is coming through. You will be making the decision, that will lead to satisfaction. It might not look the way you imagined, but it will still be really, really good. And the missing ingredient, look at the cup she's holding. And now look at, this is when I said that there's something you are offered and you're ignoring. This is the cup that is coming from the heaven. This is a person. The missing ingredient is a person. This could be a professional of some sort. This could be an advisor. This could be, and it's coming up really strong that it's a woman. They're not even giving me the option to say that it could be a man or a woman. It's a woman. The Empress, the Queen of Cups, the Priestess. It's feminine knowledge. And so either take advice from a woman or work with a woman, with this person, or this person will somehow bring the missing ingredient. One more card before we move on to the animal spirit and then the extended, please. Knight of Cups again. You're more in here, you're more receptive to this. Here you're like towards possibly the end of the month, or anytime you get the Eureka moment here with the Ace of Swords. It's like you're taking this cup offered and you're like looking at it now in a more receptive way and are able to work with it, because you're no longer focused on the thing that wasn't suitable. It didn't exactly work. There was something missing, and I don't know what I'm talking about, but you do. Okay, if it sounds cryptic now, please, again, come back halfway through August or towards the end of it, bookmark this, and let me know. I'm very, very, very curious. Animal spirit, former Leo seekers. What does Leo need to know? What does Leo need to know? From the animal spirit, please. The extended will be a double pentagram. We will focus on you and your person of interest. We'll see into your mindset, heart space, their mind space and heart space, and all the dynamic between the two of you, and kind of dissect it a little bit, and then how it unfolds throughout August. Link is below. You can find it on Vimeo and on Patreon. On Patreon, it's a monthly subscription you can cancel anytime, where you can stream unlimited all the extendeds for all the sign for this one month and past months. And there's fun like rune daily messages from the runes, and lunar love readings, and karmic shift and liberation, which was a special project that I did for the 2020s. It's all there. Check it out. Fun stuff in the description box. But most importantly, don't forget to vote. Thank you. Okay. Animal spirit for Leo. Hyena. Interesting. Let's see what this is about. And crow. Wow, shit's getting real. Okay. Hyena, crow, and horse. sometimes I find it amazing how my readings for you guys, and I always focus on asking for messages for my seekers and putting myself aside, but it's inevitable how I'm getting messages simultaneously. But I'm going to leave myself out of it and talk to you, Leo. There is someone or something that has been lurking and hiding in the shadows that you intuitively pick up on. You intuitively pick up on, and you manage to resolve it immediately and cut it out. And then that makes, it's something that like either it could be someone that you're working with, right? And it just wasn't quite right. It just didn't quite fit. It always felt or feels like they're smiling, but they have an issue with you. You know what I mean? Like it's just not, and it doesn't hit home with the work that you're doing with them, or it's like always something off, and you can't really put your finger on it, and it's driving you crazy, but you know it's off. And then you realize, you have that realization, you have that moment of, that's what it is. And then you're able to cut it out, or cut the person out, or cut the dynamic, or cut the interaction, or even if it's like working with someone who's just not whatever. As the second you eliminate that, the second you pick up on it, like the crow is very sharp, that sees into the darkest layers, right? And also a messenger of your own higher self and the intuition, and of the spirit realm that we have here strongly. Once you pick up on it and cut it and like turn your back to it, you gotta make sure they're not around though. Don't keep them around lingering. Don't keep them lurking behind your back out of like compassion, or again another chance or another chance. You can't afford that. You'll pay a heavy price, if you will. I'm picking up on. Anyway, the second you do that, the horse energy is coming in. This is someone. This is this person. Or the Empress here, right? And the horse is, first of all, very, very honorable. It's a very honorable archetype and spirit animal and totem animal that is about freedom and truth and movement with essence. The rune Ehwaz is coming up because it's the rune of the horse, if that means anything to you guys. The runes that are coming up to me in my head right now are Lagas and Ehwaz, if there are any runic people out there. Again, the travel in consciousness. Practice dreams, dream work, if you're feeling inclined. And ask for messages and guidance through your dreams. I feel like you can get a lot over there. Maybe if there's a person that you're not sure of, that you have that intuitive hunch that something is off and you don't know if to keep working with them or keep them around, etc. Ask for a dream. Or ask reality to show you somehow. You'll be amazed at what you can ask from the universe when you have a question, and then be open for the answer to come whenever it comes, the way it needs to come. Don't try to force it. Ask the question, send it out, and then be receptive to when it comes and how it comes. Okay, this is gorgeous. I'm going to see you in a second in the extended, and if not in other videos. Thank you so much for voting. I so appreciate your support. Stay magic, stay true. I love you. And oh yeah, subscribe to the shift if you're new.